Well, good afternoon. It is Thursday, the 20th of December. We should call this Meltdown Day because all markets were down, led by the stock market. We've had a major move down in the stock market. Fear that's generated from, I think, global economic pressures, fear from yesterday's Fed hike in interest rates. It just seems to be washing over all these markets and spreading out and affecting everything because you can look at the Dow Jones and say, what has that got to do with cotton and what has that got to do with soybeans? But it affects the way people think about things they're putting money into. The tendency is when you get really scared, you pull back in everything. You come out of everything, and that has the effect of selling all markets. And we've seen that today. Exports were outstanding, should have been very positive. Tried to rally early off the exports. Market stalled, started selling off because it started taking its eye off of exports that it's been hoping to get for so long, months. We're getting it. But it looked over at the stock market and it panicked. And so we dropped on down. How much longer will this last? Today might be the low, might extend for another day or two. It's impossible to know in this emotional market. So let's just get right to it. Cotton down 162 at 75.09. Right after the exports came out, they got up about 65 or 70. Couldn't hold it. Closed down 162. The high of the day 77.44. The low made in the final minute was 75.02. March soybeans down 6.5 at 906.5. High of 918.25. Low of 905.75. A gigantic export figure. 2.8 million metric tons, with China taking 1.5 million metric tons. Couldn't help the market. March corn down 6.25 at 375.5, a high of 382.75, a low of 375, so closing pretty close to the low. Wheat was up a half at 523, a high of 527.75, a low of 521.25, which is odd considering the exports were not particularly good for wheat. And yet it was the only market that actually was up. But look across the board here. Crude oil down $2.24 a barrel at 45.92. The dollar down 86. Very big move down in the dollar. Gold up $13 an ounce. Silver up 7 cents an ounce. And the Dow Jones with another 2 hours to go. And the Dow Jones is down 610 points. What might it do over the next 2 hours? This thing could get even rougher. So, look, that said, I'm sorry to give you bad news, but that's what we've got. Sometimes things are at their very worst at the bottom. We'll see. Join us tomorrow morning. Have a good evening.